For over 8 decades, Yankee Stadium reigned as baseball's most famous ballpark. But it hasn't always looked like the massive stadium fans know today. From its classic beginnings to its modern form, let's take a glimpse into its incredible evolution. The original Yankee Stadium opened on April 18, 1923, and completely changed the way ballparks were built. It was the first in North America to have 3 levels of seating, allowing it to hold an incredible 58,000 fans, more than any other stadium at the time. Most stadiums back then were small, wooden, and simple, but Yankee Stadium was built different. From concrete and steel, it was bigger, stronger, and made to last. With arched windows and a towering grandstand, it looked more like a coliseum than a ballpark. The first game at Yankee Stadium was unforgettable. Over 74,000 fans, far beyond its official capacity, filled the stands to watch the Yankees face the Red Sox. That day, Babe Ruth made history, hitting the stadium's first ever home run and sending the crowd into a frenzy. Later that year, the Yankees won their first World Series, kicking off a dynasty that would define baseball. The stadium was already one of the biggest in baseball, but demand for seats kept growing. In 1928, the Yankees added more seats to the upper level, giving fans in that section better views of the game. By this time, the stadium hosted events like boxing matches, college football games, and political rallies, bringing in even larger crowds and generating revenue beyond baseball. By the mid-1930s, the stadium's wooden bleachers were falling apart, so the Yankees replaced them with concrete, making the structure stronger and more durable. This change also reshaped the stadium's layout, improving views for fans and creating a different atmosphere. The new layout not only changed the fan experience, but also influenced gameplay, altering the stadium's dimensions and the way sound carried through the crowd. These changes helped define Yankee Stadium as one of the most iconic venues in the Bronx. For more than 2 decades after Yankee Stadium was built, all baseball games were played during the day. But after World War II, night games became more common across the league, and the Yankees adapted. In 1946, the stadium installed its first lighting system, allowing games to be played after sunset. The bright stadium lights created a new atmosphere, making night games an exciting experience for both players and fans. This change made it easier for fans to attend after work and increased television viewership, forever shaping how baseball was experienced. By the late 1950s, technology was rapidly changing the sports world, and Yankee Stadium wasn't left behind. In 1959, the stadium installed a brand new electronic scoreboard, replacing the old manually operated board. This upgrade transformed the fan experience, allowing real-time updates, player stats, and even replays to be displayed on a screen. For the first time, fans in the stands could follow the game more closely, track player performance instantly, and stay engaged beyond just watching the action on the field. It was a major step into the high-tech era, making games more interactive and bringing Yankee Stadium up to speed with modern innovations in sports entertainment. As the 1960s came to a close, Yankee Stadium underwent a much-needed facelift to refresh its aging appearance. The once gray concrete exterior walls were painted bright white, giving the stadium a cleaner, more modern look that stood out in the Bronx skyline. Inside, the seating areas and interior walls were repainted in the iconic Yankee blue, reinforcing the team's identity and creating a more immersive atmosphere for fans. Even the famous metal arches that lined the upper deck, one of the stadium's most recognizable features, was repainted white, making it pop against the deep blue backdrop. These upgrades revitalized the stadium, making it feel brand new while preserving its historic charm. Fans walking in for the first time after the renovation saw a brighter, bolder Yankee Stadium, reflecting the team's dominance and its place as the heart of New York baseball. In 1974, Yankee Stadium had to shut down for 2 years for its most dramatic transformation yet, a $160 million renovation, equivalent to over $900 million today. With their home stadium under construction, the Yankees had nowhere to play. So, for the 1974 and 1975 seasons, they shared Shea Stadium with the New York Mets. The stadium upgrades were game-changing. The removal of 118 support columns eliminated obstructed views, giving fans a clearer view on the action. The playing field was lowered by 7 feet, creating a more intimate atmosphere, and new plastic seats replaced the aging wooden ones, enhancing comfort throughout the stadium. These changes not only improved the fan experience, but also ensured that Yankee Stadium remained a premier venue for decades to come. For the first time, the stadium featured luxury seating, with 16 high-end suites and an expanded press box, catering to a new generation of media and VIP spectators. The upper deck was extended by 9 rows, increasing capacity, while ramps and escalators made the stadium easier to navigate. When it reopened in 1976, Yankee Stadium was almost unrecognizable compared to its 1923 version. It was a bigger, more modern stadium, ready for the next phase of Yankees history. As the Yankees returned to dominance in the late 1970s, following renovations, the stadium became the stage for back-to-back World Series championships in 1977 and 1978. The electric atmosphere of Yankee Stadium in the late 20th century was fueled by legendary players like Reggie Jackson, Don Mattingly, and Derek Jeter. By the 1990s, Yankee Stadium had become a global landmark, hosting events from Pope John Paul II's visit in 1979 to massive concerts by U2, Pink Floyd, and Billy Joel. But by the early 2000s, the stadium was once again showing its age. Compared to newer ballparks, with bigger walkways, better facilities, and more luxury seating. By 2006, it was clear Yankee Stadium needed to be replaced. On August 16, 2006, construction officially began on a new Yankee Stadium, located just across the street from the original. The plan was to pay tribute to the 1923 stadium while bringing in state-of-the-art technology, luxury, and fan comfort. It was a $2.3 billion project, making it the most expensive baseball stadium ever built at the time. The new stadium's exterior was modeled after the original 1923 design, featuring 11,000 pieces of limestone, granite, and concrete, giving it a classic, monumental feel. Inside, the iconic white arches, which had been removed in the 1970s renovation, were reinstated, stretching across the upper deck, bringing back one of Yankee Stadium's most famous features. But while the design honored the past, everything else was built for the future. The new Yankee Stadium was bigger, better, and engineered for a superior fan experience. Seating capacity was adjusted from 56,000 to 50,000, prioritizing wider, more comfortable seating instead of maximum crowd size. Luxury sections expanded dramatically, with over 50 VIP lounges and 4,300 club seats, generating record-breaking revenue for the Yankees. A massive high-definition video board was installed, one of the largest in Major League Baseball at the time, and more than 1,000 high-definition TVs were placed throughout the concourses, making sure fans never missed a second of the action. However, one of the biggest concerns with the new stadium was preserving the team's legacy. To preserve the original stadium's history, Monument Park, a section inside the stadium dedicated to Yankees greats like Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Mickey Mantle, was moved behind the back wall of the field. And while the old stadium was demolished in 2010, its site wasn't forgotten. In its place was built Heritage Field, a $50 million public park, keeping the memory of the original ballpark alive. The new Yankee Stadium officially opened on April 16, 2009, and it didn't take long for history to be made. That same year, the Yankees won the World Series, bringing championship number 27 to their new home. Since then, the stadium has become a hub for world-class events. It has hosted international soccer matches, college football games, major concerts, and even outdoor NHL hockey games. To keep up with modern fan expectations, more renovations have been made over the years. In 2017, several sections of upper deck seating were removed to make space for new social areas, like standing room bars and open-air patios, designed to create a more casual, interactive fan experience. And more restaurants and high-end dining options were added to cater to changing fan preferences. While some fans miss the old Yankee Stadium, the new version has become a symbol of baseball's evolution. It blends history, luxury, and cutting-edge technology, ensuring that Yankee Stadium remains the center of the baseball world for generations to come. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite baseball fact. Let's see who has the best one.